Welcome in, everyone. This is game number five, of our Imperial Nobility run. We are inexplicably off to a winning start with Nobility. I don't know how we've managed that, but somehow we have. The team is pretty mangled. We got really badly beaten up by some OWA last game. So we have got 3 loners, but we have got 2 guard bodyguards. We're down a bodyguard. We've only got 3. We're down a blitzer as well. But we have got guard on 2 of the bodyguards we have. We've got a bludge blitzer, which is really nice. We have a leader thrower, which is really nice, means we've got a 3rd reroll. And then we've got 1 wrestle lineman, which is great, and a strip ball lineman who's probably going to do less. We're up against some chaos. They've got 2 blockers. That's really, really good for them, definitely. That's a random guard beastman runner. That's a very good value to get random guard. This has got all random skill, no, 1 paid for skill, 2 heads, wrestle, and iron hard skin. I thought that was claws, it's iron hard skin. They've got a Sherhan's beastman, they've got a mighty bow beastman, they've got a fend beastman, and they've got a 5, 2, and 3 record. We haven't got a lot of inducement money, but we will just take an assistant coach because that's what we can afford. Bloodfoot knobs. I don't know what to say on this, because I understand completely where everyone's coming from, right? Like, Nobility are not like a good team. They're a bad team, and bad teams can make you feel sad. But I almost feel like that's why I need to play knobs right now. Because you don't play knobs to be a tryhard. You play knobs because it's funny to play knobs sometimes. And I was having fun with this team on stream before. For anyone who's watching this on YouTube, there's been quite an interruption since I last played this team. There's been I think like almost 2 weeks since I last streamed. And in the middle of that, there was some extremely frustrating Blood Bowl experiences that have made me feel a bit disillusioned about everything. But I was having fun with this team before, so we'll see if we can have fun with it again. I guess something like that. With only 3 bodyguards, I think we want to protect them. You in the middle. Got 1 of our guards either side. Leader's safer now. I mean, one of the things that we're having with this run. It's really weird because we've won 3 out of 4 games, which is incredible. Like, Nobility aren't expected to do that well. I think we've been very lucky in some of these games. But although we've been very lucky in that sense, what we haven't been lucky with is you really want to have a bench, because so much of your team is very easy to remove. And instead of having a bench, we've got 3 loners on the pitch, which is not ideal. So if we had a bench, maybe we could think about... well, having said that, who would we bench out of these players? We need to have the leader on the pitch because we want the reroll. We need to have the blitz on the pitch, so probably it wouldn't change that much, actually, in terms of who we fielded. They are nubs. Nubs. How are you, Giraffe? I got to hang out with Giraffe at the weekend, and do you know what's amazing? Do you know how good my life is? I got to hang out with Giraffe at the weekend just finished, and I get to hang out with Giraffe again next weekend. That's how good my life is. I'm not trying to brag, but I am trying to brag, so... We hooked some platypus. Oh, I should have put platypus hooking pics on the Discord. We hooked some platypus. We Giraffe coached Amaya through a very important phone call. We joined the official Jonas fan club and the unofficial Jonas fan club, I think. We saw a giant rat. That wasn't supposed to be part of the experience. We had so much fun. We did a thing called Phantom Peak in London, which is like an interactive, immersive theatre experience. And very, very cool. Massive recommend to anyone if that's the thing you've ever seen and thought, I wonder if it's good. It's really good. I don't really know how to describe it. But it's a lot of fun. It was not that giant. Listen, giraffe and your New York attitude towards the size of rats. Rats are only giant if they're big enough to tower over you if they stand on their back feet. Medium small. The audacity. Okay. 2 hits, no dead knobs yet. We're off to a good start. I shouldn't say that because now this one dies. Oh no, we've got wrestle, so you can't... Well, you couldn't do both anyway because you haven't got block. Fend, get fended on. We've got one more to go. Like a foghorn with boobies. Boobies!
Maybe you can see what
boobies! Well done, Star Ferret. I think this one might be KO'd. Yeah, tell from the animation. Okay, so we did lose one, but it didn't die. That's definitely better than it could have gone. I suppose it's also worse than it could have gone, but it was a real rat. It was a rat that happened. Hey, Bloodbonut. Bloodbonut, who's also streaming and somehow always manages to say hello even when he's streaming. Well, yes, if I play it Bang Average Chicken Bowl, I will be playing Nobility. And I strongly suspect I'll be the only person doing that. I have registered a roster, but also told the organisers that I might not play. So, alright. I'd really like to be doing fouling, because I think Nobility should be doing fouling, but without a bench, not such a hot idea. I won't get you in there. You can get 2 assists really easily there. But even if you blitz that, there's no way you're going to make it better than a 1 dice. I guess you blitz this one, come all the way to the top, but then that creates some good for me because then you're going to push very far forward. I think I'm okay with that. And in fact, we can even do that to make it completely impossible. But I don't know if I want to. In some ways, I want them to make that push forward. Okay, see what happens. On a scale of 1 to 10, how upset are you that it hasn't come home? I'm not that upset. I've talked about this on stream before, I'm sure, like, because I'm half Italian, and because... Oh, yes, okay, you spend the blitz on it. Fair enough, okay. I was thinking you can get 2 dice, because I was thinking you're using the block, but if you're doing the blitz, you can get 2 dice. But in some ways that's good, right? Because if that had been any player except for the ogre, that would have broken armor. Because 8 plus Mighty Blow 9 breaks armor on any player except for the ogre. So in some ways, I'm happy for them to use the blitz on that. Yeah, like I think I've talked about this before on stream. Like my family's half Italian, half English, and I've always ended up cheering for Italy in football more than for England. I do cheer for England as well, but when we were little, that choice was required of us by our parents, and for whatever reasons, I leaned more to the Italian. 5 days! Collie! 36 months, by the way, as well. 5 days, psha. 36 months, that's the important number here. Thank you so much. Being one of the weirdos. An original weirdo. Shirley, at 36 months. I can't wait to see you. It's so exciting. Right. What are we doing? I kind of want to ogre blitz just for the mighty bow effect, but then I'm really aware of how useless ogres are all the time. We could blitz this one because we get full. We should probably blitz that one because we get full up hits. Let's do that. I'm not really sure what I'm going for here. Maybe I need to start getting in front and just doing the basing up and using the stand firm. I'm sort of seeing how far we can... I'm holding the middle, right? Like, that's one thing I do know I'm doing is holding the middle, which I think is generally good advice. But lots of teams, if you're not an elf team that's going to dodge off, I think holding the middle of the pitch is just generally good strategy. And by holding the middle of the pitch, you encourage them to pick a side early, which they've done. And if they push down this side early too much, then you might be able to force them to score quickly. And that's kind of what I'm leaning towards at the moment, but I'm not certain it's the right way to play this team. Because, well, I do like that though, because I can stand firm. Because they're not elves, right? So if I force them to score early, I can't necessarily score back. So should I be just leaning in with all my stand firm and trying to stop them advancing? Maybe. It's a tough one. Because they're such an unusual blend, nobility, and this is kind of the conundrum always with them. They're such an unusual blend of being very good at getting in the way, but also quite fragile. Are we doing knob puns today? Oh no, of course we're doing knob puns. Why else would I be playing knobs? Knob puns are always welcome. If it did come home, we'd have to feed it, clean it, take it for walks. They're not worth it. Stop dodging. It's just rude at this point. Right. So now we're definitely going to do some punching. Bring you in here. 2 dice, potentially get a 3 dice with the ogre. Okay, yeah, we'll take the push. Nice. I think we just put you on you. Make you dodge again. Would have loved an armor break in there somewhere, but definitely like applying the squeeze a bit more now, right? Because we've got stand firm on this one, which is going to do some work. They can have another go at it from here, but they have to stand something up on the ogre at that point. This obviously has got 2 dice, but that one had to stand up. Okay, so they do get that one. Are we standing firm? I think we're standing firm. A noble loves a good squeeze. So they can score this turn if they want to. 2 rushes. They might just go for it. No, I'm going to try and squeeze in there. Makes sense. Good defending. Is there any world we could push you into there? I feel like there is, but it's hard work. Because what we need to do is to knock over this one. And then you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is hard because these are both loners and we need lots of assists. So it's like almost possible and would obviously be amazing, but I think it's probably too hard to actually do. I think more realistic might be to try to see if we can knock this over, and then it's still pretty hard, honestly. Pretty sure you're just standing up. I think we're just going to try to glue it up even more. I think that's the play. Good. We're not going to try to make this stop. We're just going to try to make it really uncomfortable for them to stall. It's just a shame. Like if I had like, I don't know, if these weren't loners, maybe I would have gone for the aggressive play up here and see if we could do that chain push, because it would have been an amazing chain push to get with the surf. But I definitely was asking for a bet. Good. I mean, obviously it would have been better to stay out, but glad it didn't break armor at least. That one does break armor. This is not going well for us this turn. Maybe I didn't do enough last turn. I'm not sure. This is starting to look like they're going to get the turn 8 stall, isn't it? I don't know. This feels like we just lost a lot of ground. Maybe I didn't play that last turn well enough. Maybe I needed to be more aggressive. Like the chain push idea was so cute, but it was a lot of dice with loners. Like this would almost certainly need to be a 1 dice block with a loner. Then we were looking at 2 rushes with a loner. It was asking a lot. I'd love to see a 1 in 9 with one of these players without block, but we're not getting that. Not getting that at the moment. Alright, you've got to stand up. Not helpful. Also not helpful. Oh well. Oh well. Ask your apothecary if your knob doesn't stand firm. I've missed loads. How was your experience of watching the football in the pub, Giraffe? I meant to ask that. Did you enjoy it in the end? Getting all the powers this time. That is our leader thrower, but I think we still let it go on a KO. Morning talk. This is feeling like the first loss on the team, because unless we're lucky, we're probably not going to have 11 players in the second half. And we're not making a stop here, and they're not good on offense, the team I'm playing, so all of this is adding up towards not a lot of optimism from me at the moment. I think I should have played this better. I think I needed to be more aggressive that turn where I had them on the ropes down here. I think I was too trusting in the idea that just being around would do enough, and it wasn't. It wasn't enough pressure. Hey, Dimmy. Everyone always says that to me. I think I've said it on a color about the. Sorry, everyone always says that to me about the color of the KO bells. I think I've said it to a colorblind mode. Because people always ask me that, and I honestly have no idea. But I think when it was in like the beta, I chose one of the colorblind setups, and that makes it look a bit different. There's absolutely no way this ends well. All of the options are gone here, I think. What do we even try for? Uphill here, and then see if we can get the assist in here. Okay, good uphill. Would like one armor break somewhere. Could be handy. I think we need to dodge that, actually. To dodge that, try to get it in here and at least create some pressure on their turn 7. It's not going to be a lot of pressure, but it's something. To stand firm. I'm not colourblind, no. I found the visibility of Blood Bowl 3 really, really hard when I first started playing it. I think they've improved lots of things, like subtle things they've changed since they launched the beta that have made it better. But at the beginning, I found it really hard to just understand what was happening. So someone recommended trying the colourblind mode, and at the time, I think I found it helpful. I mean, it would be nice if sometimes they didn't roll a POW, because it does feel like it's every block for the last few turns. I'm going to upper that, because we really need to have some players in the second half at the moment. We don't have a lot. Like, when did they last roll a block that didn't have a POW on it? That's all I'm asking. Because it isn't supposed to be all the time. You'd not be able to see it. that thought of maybe getting some pressure on will do something has gone by the wayside. There we go. They managed to fail one at the end and re-rolled it into another armor break. Oh my god. This is a lot. This is a lot of powers. This is really a lot of powers. Oh well. Not really much else to do here. This has been a very unsuccessful drive. We got 1 KO out of it. Well played, Collignon. We need some good KO rolls now. We have got some good KO rolls, so we've got all of them back. Opponent did not get theirs back, so that's good. Giraffe saying the pub was a lot more civil than she was afraid of. No beer was spilled at me. I think there's probably there's a wide range of English pub experiences for the football, I would say. I think now, like almost more than pubs, like the iconic English football experience is the box park. I feel like that's where they always show the images from. When it's fans celebrating, it's always in a box park, which are like these, I feel like once upon a time they were very hipstery ideas of like, they set up a load of bars and restaurants using industrial containers. And whenever there's scenes of England football fans reacting, it's always loads of England fans throwing beers around a box park. Yeah. Southeast Discord's really good for keeping up on all the tournaments in the Southeast. Chewbacca, who runs it, is an absolute legend who's just done this incredible job of bringing together like all of the information of where tournaments are and when they're happening in the Southeast. There definitely will be pubs like that as well, Giraffe. Like there's 100% some pubs were like that. I'm sure. I'm certain there were pubs in England where yesterday you could have gone and had beer thrown at you when England scored. But I know you were struggling to find one, so probably the one you walked into would not have been like one of those necessarily, because those sorts of ones were probably the ones that fell up first. Is our opponent AFK? Like they've scored and just disappeared because they've run down their full kickoff setup clock and now we're into their actual clock. You survived so swimmer to the pub training game. Yeah, might go to the loo, might be anything. Might have kids they need to look after. But they are going to use some of their time, Mike. I mean, I imagine in London, with London being as big as it is, there probably were even some Spanish pubs rather than English pubs. Hey, Lady Livay. I feel like I missed a bit of chat. I should scroll back and read some chat while this is happening. Hey, Christopher. I don't know if I said hey, Christopher. St Albans. What's happening in St Albans? Is your mate going to run more events in St Albans? Oh, you've got a friend doing events in St Albans. Who's doing events in St Albans? And hey, Russell Copter. Not every knob has sand firm, and that's okay. Ask your apothecary if your knob won't stand firm. Is the knob apple carrying around little blue pills? Oh, I missed some good chat. I'm sorry, guys. I was obviously too focused on actual Blood Bowl. Not that it did me any good to focus on Blood Bowl. Hey, Shamba. Sorry I missed all the good knob jokes. That'll teach me to not read chat. Miss the best part of the game. I guess maybe I needed to just be more aggressive from the start. Like, I haven't played Nobility in a while. Maybe I just needed to, like, genuinely, like, stick all the stand firm in while the team was still here. I thought we could pressure them down here, but it just didn't happen at all. Like, we didn't get any pressure on that drive. It was way too easy for Collignon. And I know, obviously I was complaining about dice because that's what I do, but I don't think that was because of the dice. I don't think it was because they rolled too many powers. I think I just didn't defend it well enough. I think I could have at least made it harder for them. It's not impossible to score a knob one turn, so we shall try. It's unlikely with movement 7, but it's not impossible. We want to hit you and get our first push there, so... If we hit from here, we've got 2 assists because the double guard. That would push you into here, you into here, you into here, and you into here. We want someone here for the end. Push, 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 push. Then we've got... Second hit from here, maybe? I can put an extra one out wide. Why am I not doing that? I mean, I think it works. I don't know. Movement 7 1 turns are hard. That does not make it easier. Can I do this still with a power? I think I can sort it with a power, but it's definitely harder, and I've got 2 rerolls, or 3 rerolls, sorry, so I'm going to reroll it. Okay, well, let's see if we can sort it. So now I'd need to fill... Yeah, it's going to be too hard. I need to fill that square, don't I? I think it's going to be too hard. Let me stomp on one. The loner. It's pretty much straight to injury roll, so... Didn't get it. That was done. And... let's throw a pass. Okay, well... not a successful turn all around. Hey, G. If I play it Bang at Rich Chicken Bowl, which is in the balance right now, I will play Imperial Nobility. But that is, yeah, it is not a certainty that I'm playing. I've been pretty down on Blood Bowl recently, so my my enthusiasm is diminished. But the team I have submitted a roster for is nobility roster. I'll be there if I'm not playing. Yeah. If I'm not playing, I'll do commentary at Dizzy. Getting 11 knobs out in public. In fact, I think 13 knobs out in public. Or 12 knobs and an ogre. That sounds like a particularly niche form of content. 12 knobs and an ogre. Oh. Are you there, Itchy? Oh yeah, is the score showing that I'm winning? Yeah, no, that's definitely not what's happening. Oh, I thought we'd fixed that bug. I thought that wasn't happening anymore. I didn't realize that was still a thing. Well, that's good, isn't it? That we've still got the we've still got the terrible bug. Good, or maybe the opposite of good. I thought that had been fixed. I didn't even notice it was showing me winning when I'm not. Please no sharing your search history on screen. Listen, if people want to see ogres and knobs content, they've come to the right place. It's happening on stream right now. Quick snap. I don't think we've got a huge amount to do with these ones, but sure. Hey, that's better. Punch him in the face. And punch this one in the face. Not even dead. I think we're going to do a stomp.
They are down and surrounded by the opposing team.
Let's try to be the world first.
Well done.
Good. Nice. Okay. Making some progress. Didn't get caught either. Good. So we've gone from 11 on 11 to start this drive to 11 on 9, which is definitely an improvement. Hey, Dr. Busey. Hey, Spleggy. Tuning just in time to see a filthy foul, not sure if I approve. Listen. I won't have anyone here judging how I use my knobs. It is the way. I think it's really the only way, honestly, like with nobility. Like, jokes aside, I think nobility have to foul because they're not that good. So they need everything they can do to put the odds more towards their favour. Ball is pretty safe, so take Yoga hit with 3 dice.
One managed to
Look at that, burning the double skull like an absolute champ.
beautiful thing. Story of nurgling and the great
Where's the blitz?
but this time, no miracles.
Could do the 2 dice here and foul it again. Nice target. Or not. Does your team suck? Are you basically screwed in a straight up game? Fouling might be right for you. Listen, who doesn't want a flaming knob? We've got a couple of flaming knobs, haven't we? Ooh, we like that. Stand firm, thank you. We've got Gruff the flaming retainer knob. And we've got Ogre to Joy, our flaming ogre. It's a show. Starfret putting his hand up. Who doesn't like flaming knobs? Starfret, hand up. I can't wait for the Zon's content. Get worried that may cross some lines. It's not 1-0 to me. That's the glitch. It's a visual glitch. Russell Copter. The game is showing me winning, but I'm not. Sadly, I wish that it were true. That's an annoying rush. Fine.
They're still standing.
Could bring the ball carrier in, but that seems maybe like it's a stupid thing to do. I really want to do this blitz, which is also probably a stupid thing to do. I guess if I do that first, at least, if it fails. A bit more covered. Which it does fail. Loner leader reroll is a 1. I kind of knew that was coming and I did it anyway. Oh well. Oh, I've even stunned myself. Okay. I think this is where it all unravels. Because they've just got 2 dice on the ball here, haven't they? Damn it. I definitely could have played that turn better. So I was being greedy using the ogre. I was being greedy. Maybe I didn't need to be as greedy as I was being there. Maybe I could have been more cautious. I'm saying maybe, and I don't think it's a maybe. I think I definitely could have been more cautious, less greedy. quite let them push me here. No, I think it creates more than it gives. I was wondering if it might force them to follow and maybe give me a serve, but I think it gives them more as well. Okay, hit on the ball coming in. Rush in the snow is fine. Doesn't get the power first time. I imagine they'll put a reroll into it. They haven't got an amazing recovery, right? Like, if they get it, we've got players free to do something about it. But getting rid of the thrower, obviously. At least we use the leader reroll. At least we're not sat there thinking, God, I wish I spent it. And they can do another rush to get next to it. This being stunned is also bad. Makes the one dice boo. Okay, no break at least. Alright, so you gotta stand back up. You gotta stand back up. You've got 2 dice. And we're not gonna follow because we want you to be assessed. And are we blitzing that or not? Like, where's the ball going at the end of this? That's really the question. Because if we're not blitzing that, we can even bring it forward here. Like, we can take that hit. Sorry, that hit. And get that hit as well. Problem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's just no way you're going to get that's going to be a tour save. Doesn't hurt. Well, now what? Because I was thinking of doing a rush here. But last reroll, do I want to spend it? Probably not. I was going to try that dodge at the end of the turn. Have not blitzed yet. So I think we do the 1 dice blitz here. Try the 4+ dodge. It's not good. Let's not have any doubts about that. It's not good.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our cabal vision viewers. There's only one word to say about this ball.
Fend at least is a bit helpful here, so you can put that in there and get 2 dice now. Which I imagine is the play. Oh, 1 in 9, last reroll. No rerolls left, that's good. Oh, but they get the full power. Damn. Oh well. Scatter's going to be big here. Scatter is bad. Scatter is really bad. Okay, yeah, we've lost. Like, without the thrower, that's a loss. Ah, damn it. I really thought when they spent that last reroll we might have a chance. But that is a GG. I guess I had to do the GFI. I did think I could have avoided, so I could have avoided doing a GFI if I had dodged to pick the ball up. And with hindsight, I wish I'd done it, but it felt like such an extra risk to roll a 1 in 9 before a 1 in 9. Can't. Pretty much just hoping that their lack of rerolls saves us now. Yeah, I think I should have done. But, like, you're adding a 1 in 9 risk. I was trying to be safer. And if I hadn't spent the reroll, the idea was if I didn't spend the reroll on the pickup, I'd then spend a team reroll on the, I mean, they have rolled 2 sets of full powers on the bludger without rerolls. If we hadn't spent the reroll on the pickup, I would have spent the reroll on the rush, was my thinking. Which is obviously like trading a team reroll for a dodge reroll, but it's also risking the fail in potentially a less bad spot, because failing here felt like it's just game over. But anyway, the dice have proved me wrong, so clearly I should have done that dodge. The dice have proved me wrong. It can happen. You can lose a game with knobs. It's our 5th game and the first one we're going to lose, so... It can happen. I'm a bit disappointed in myself because I think I could have played the whole game better, but... that can also happen. I also wonder if I should have gone offense first. I really felt like going defense first was right, just because nobility is so much better on defense than on offense. But given that we were both playing with 11 players, maybe it was smarter to give myself a chance at high rolling into some removals early. And we have almost nothing that we can do here. We've got to try to knock this over. I don't even know how I can do it. I guess with hindsight, I probably should have done that as a blitz with the ogre, because the only chance I've got of even basing the ball is this one, and that's in the way. I think I've maybe messed up my only chance of even making them roll dice. I guess I could blitz here on the top, chain push and then dodge. It's probably the best I've got now. We're not dealing in realistic chances here. We're just continuing to do the things that you should do. Like it's a 4+ dodge and a 3+ rush, and then they would just only fail on a 1 in 9 to score. No. Have to try. You have to try. Yeah, I think big mistakes were blitzing with the ogre when I didn't need to. That was the really killer mistake, to be honest with you. I just didn't need to blitz the ogre that turn. That was greed. And then with hindsight, I think that dodge was definitely better. But I mean, I still don't know if that's true, because the thing is, I knew I was going to commit the team reroll, so it's the same odds either way. And I'm choosing to try to risk the failure in a different spot. Like, to me, picking the ball up was so important that risking any dice before doing it is a worse risk. So I don't know, like, I can definitely see why the argument would be to do the dodge first, but I also don't know that it's like categorically right. At the very least, there's like a logic behind not doing it. I think overall our opponents had pretty good blocking dice, but yeah, I can't use that as the reason for losing when I've made quite a lot of bad decisions. I don't know why I didn't do that with on the wrestle. That was silly. I meant to set myself a 3 dice there and I also messed that up. So generally not my sharpest play.
There's only one word to say about this one.
Yeah, there's also that argument. Chamber, to be fair, there is. There is also an argument that I should have just done the rush anyway and risked my last reroll. I think that's probably a bigger mistake than not doing the dodge, actually. I probably should have just said, well, I'm using that reroll regardless. Because letting the ball get hit, I knew I was going to get hit, right? Like, it wasn't like I thought there was a chance. Like, I knew I was going to get hit. And the piece did have wrestle that was hitting, so he had 2 outs on the dice. And at the time when I did it, the opponent even had a reroll. Like, the opponent ends up taking a block I think they probably shouldn't. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. It's one of our only good players getting a niggle. Oh, well. Yeah, I think that the time when I... by the time they got to doing that hit, they didn't have a reroll, but yeah... I think that was a mistake probably. Oh, I'm so bummed. Like, the loss, whatever, but like having a niggle on one of our only good players, that really sucks. Because those are hard work to get, and now that's just closer to dying. Can we get some SPP on our ogre? Ogre's been fairly useless so far in its career. No SPP in 6 games, which tracks with my general feelings about ogres. They are a disappointing piece.
Nicely deflected. Get up.
Oh boy, really disappointing end to this all around, hey? Oh well. It's a shame. I think I'd got myself from the foul and the other removal. It should have been a much easier drive than I made it. But I guess I'm not playing very well. I have a mindset of if the end position isn't good enough, doesn't matter, you got there safely. Yeah. It's generally true, isn't it? Disappointing first loss on the Nobles. I think losses on Nobles happen, but I think that one was a lot down to my mistakes. So feels bad. Feels bad. Let's have a look at the team. So we are down a bodyguard next game, which is going to stink. We're down our thrower with lead next game, which is going to stink. We have got enough cash to rebuy the blitzer, which we need. Let's go have a look. Who's next on the list? It's Collie, right. Collie, no, she's already on the team. Can't be Collie. I was about to say, Collie, you need to reinvigorate the team. It's Ham. Ham. No, we're not replacing Old Johnny. We are replacing Volker. You don't get the flaming head yet. You have to get a skill. Oh, we've only got one flaming head. How is it saying we've got 0 to 1? Because we've already got it on this one. That's weird. Why did it say 0 to 1, but we've already got it in the other one? Anyway, you need to earn the flaming head, but you can have the other stuff because we paid for it. Oh, you've just gone full spikies, huh? I'm going to give you the eagle. I'm going to make it different. No, it's probably more sensible to make them more similar for telling them apart on the pitch from the other positions. Yeah, that's all we can do, I think. Don't think we want to random here. We're not doing any levels on Gruff now. Gruff's only level's going to be if he ends up with so much SVP, he gets armor. So that was game number 5 of the nobility run. Sadly, it's our first loss, but we didn't expect to get through a nobility run without some losses. So let's hope I play better next time. Thanks everyone for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.